Boy!
Okay. So, when last we left off, uh, y'all were in the city of Dover. Let's see.
I forgot the fact that we were still in Dover. I thought we had already gone somewhere else.
Nope, we're in
Still
Magic New York still.
It's only your second day in Dover. Like, it's the dawn of the second day.
Cue the clock tower.
Yeah. So you're in Dover. Kyr'nes, you won an axe throwing contest. And your prize for that was that your dagger is currently being enchanted for you to have returning on it. So you can throw it and it'll come back to you.
Boomerang!
Super cool boomerang dagger. After showing off your skills with this dagger, with the hatchet, you impressed a member of the crowd who asked you to deal with a pest problem that she's having. It turned out that the pests were rats in her basement.
Mm-hmm.
After Zogle ate both of the were-rats as a giant toad.
Classy.
You
You have a little indigestion after that? Are you okay?
Beast shaped me into Wild Ride.
So you ate everything. You asked Kenna. Well, Kenna offered you her basement for the evening. And upon waking in the morning, you heard the sound of a bell tolling. And Kenna has just entered the room with breakfast and informed you that a member of the Adventurers Guild has been murdered.
Oh.
And that is where we left off last week. So.
Well, at least I know that after I pieced the heck out last time. So.
Right. Cool.
So somebody remind me if we cared about the Adventurers Guild or whatever.
So the
that's where your bear friend is.
Belvar, hold on. Rakon, Shazix, and...
Oh, my boys.
What was her name?
Oh. What was her
Oriana.
name? Yes,
Oriana.
there we go. Oriana.
I know it was like oh something.
Yeah.
If it's a League of Legends name, I'll probably remember it.
So she sets breakfast down in front of you guys, and says, I don't remember what her voice sounded like, but let me know before you leave so I can lock up. Leaves you to your breakfast.
Thank you very much.
So what's in the plate?
Oh, the plate has some bread. It's a very humble meal. It's a little bit of bread. There is a jug of some breakfast mead. And
right.
some cooked potatoes. It's very starchy.
Starchy. Just totally not empty calories at all.
When you're poor, you need empty calories because they're cheap.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well I eat the plate up and I want to get out of that house. We've done what we had to do, and now it's time to go and see who got murdered.
Okay, are you all
I
in agreement?
eat everything too.
Yep.
Yeah, same here.
I need everyone to make Constitution saves. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was like, oh, good thing I have plus.
Time.
Good thing I have +5.
Zogle, did I have you roll for a willpower save last week?
Yes, and I got like a 16, 17 or something.
Yeah, you were fine.
Wait, I just remembered something about the Belt of Dwarvenkind. Like, you have a 50% chance of growing a beard every day.
Oh my god, you're right.
Oh,
Okay.
I forgot about that.
Ow.
Does he have a beard?
So what do I have to roll exactly?
You have
Oh,
to roll. You have to roll above a 50 on a percentile. 2d10.
On 2d10.
Oh yeah, I guess you could roll it. That would make sense.
Oh, I got 11. 2d10? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
11.
So does that mean he grew a beard or he didn't grow a beard?
Like, what's the individual? Oh wait, no, it's on roll 20. I'll look.
Yeah, I can't remember if it's high or low.
38. You did not grow a
Okay.
beard. You have to get over 50 to grow a beard.
Fair enough. Okay. Are you guys gonna follow Azure, or do you have anything that you want to deal with here before?
I'm absolutely in a hurry to leave and see, you know. What the heck? Somebody died. What's going on? It has to know.
Okay.
As we exit, I'm gonna leave my portion of our loot, spoils, whatever, from the were rats just on the table. Just go.
Cool. She's playing in the yard with one of her kids, you know, watching them, and she says, "You're welcome back here anytime."
Does
And
it also
thank-
help that Endr has the full Kuro background, so she's like super like chummy with common folk?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And this lady is like a shopkeeper's wife, so like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So cool. So you guys are heading to the Explorers Guild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Time to go
Okay.
see who died.
Okay.
Who did?
So you walk down the street. There's a rushing of lots of guards. The townsfolk have gathered around the Explorers Guild hall. In front, you can see the remnants of underneath a tree that's out front. You see the remnants of ropes, which were wrapped around the tree, and there's also a lot of blood. So
That's in front
sorry,
of the guild.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Can I roll an investigation to like try and tell what the heck happened here?
You can try, yeah, absolutely. How are you going to go about that?
I think because of my like I think that's what Outlander background, like I'm pretty familiar with like traps and stuff, and like, you know, killing somebody with a rope, so to speak. So I'm gonna kind of like, you know,
Okay.
I wonder what has happened here. Kind of examine the situation.
Sure. Yeah, give me a roll.
That's an 8.
An 8. So you are able to deduce that whoever died probably did not die from the rope.
Fair enough.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, because there is a lot of blood everywhere, and that generally wouldn't leave that behind. There are guild members grouped out front, speaking with guards. Azure, you recognize the barbarian, and he's with he's not on the property, but he's standing just off on the street, talking in hushed tones to a couple of other figures that you don't recognize, but they're not guards.
Okay, well, I for sure want to go see the barbarian that I don't know. What's his name again?
I don't believe you asked his name.
Okay, well, okay.
Cool.
That's funny.
Cool. Yeah, and everyone else, you also see you do see Oriana speaking with one of the guards. She's one of the guild members that's being spoken with.
Oh, jeez. Well, at least she's not dead.
Yeah.
I'll go chit chat with the guard to see who died, because I keep forgetting that I have the background of nobleman, so I'm actually more comfortable around the rich than I am around you peasants.
Okay. I mean, guards
Well
aren't rich.
then.
Well, right, but they're the right hand of people that with money or
Gotcha.
something.
Gotcha.
I don't actually pay attention to this.
Hand
Okay.
waving.
All right. So since Azure, you said what you wanted to do first, so we're gonna. What are you other two up to while they go and talk to these people?
I think Endr's just kind of like, of course she's seen like her fair share of death,
Mhm.
but just seeing so much like blood and having the possibility of it being someone that like they might have like met along the way, it's kind of just like a little like jarring for her. So she's just kind of like looking at the blood and like looking around and stuff to see if like she can see anyone that she remembers.
Sure. Yeah.
I'd like to think that
only...
like. Oh, you go.
Sorry. For your reference, the only person that you really recognize in the crowd is Oriana.
Okay.
I think upon seeing Oriana, something kind of trips over in Kyr'nes' brain. He's like, "Oh, my boys!" And he's rushing around looking for Shazix and Rakan. Like, "Oh, my boys! Where did they go?"
Yeah, they are not among the crowd.
Oh no.
Azure, since you said you're going to go and speak with the Barbarian, as you approach, he looks at you and gives a solemn nod of recognition.
And I do the same very seriously.
Yeah.
And I go up to him and I say, "Hey, what's the deal?"
One of those Explorers League. One of those Explorers League brats got himself stabbed and tied to a tree last night.
Oh, that's lovely.
Do you know what's the cause?
The cause of his death?
No, but like, do you know who did it? Like, why did he get, like...
As far as I know, they haven't figured it out yet.
Oof.
They're speaking to... they're talking to witnesses, but they haven't made any statements.
Oh, okay. And what are you doing here if you don't care about them?
Well, a guild member got assassinated in the middle of the night. It's my job to make sure that our guild stays safe, same as anyone else in the guild. So I'm here making sure that this isn't going to be a continued problem.
Okay.
Oof.
By the way, I think I've never asked your name.
He puts his hand forward. He says, Krevlock.
Well, I've never heard that one before, but I'll keep that in mind.
Okay. Krevlock.
How are things going? If you know what I'm talking about.
He looks at his companions. There is a man wearing a robe low over his face. You can't really tell what race he is, but it does have some arcane sigils on it. And then the other one is a halfling who has a large mastiff with him and a bow on his back. And he says, "These are members of the guild. It's all right." So I stopped by the manor yesterday after we spoke.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't able to get an audience with Ms. Clarella.
Mm.
Mm,
As I thought so.
Hmm.
I told you she wasn't gonna be there.
You're right. The servants were pretty cagey, but I'll figure it out. She's scheduled to make a public appearance later today, so
Oh,
Oh.
no.
wow.
do her.
I don't. Mm.
About that.
It worked to our benefit.
True.
Because
'Cause
what
the
if
own-
she does show up?
Yeah, the Oni does know. Probably.
And
Familia wants to keep appearances up.
okay, so she's having an audience today.
Indeed. She's there's a new temple opening up. It's for a god of bureaucracy.
Oh,
His followers have been making a pretty major push into the city. So, as a prominent member of the city's government, she's expected to appear.
okay. Well, just so you know, when you find her, well, of course, use the mirror to tell me where you're at and stuff. And if we ever need help in I can count on you, right? If anything happens during
If the coin's right.
with what?
If the coin's right.
Yeah, of course. All right. So if you know anything more about the murder thingy, you can contact me. You know how to do that. So,
Is this of some concern to you?
well, I mean, we've been investigating some stuff too, and you know, we just like to be informed about things and stuff.
All right, I'll let you know.
Things. Uh, who, I'm curious. Who are your friends?
This is.
This is Clarilla.
Ah.
He
Oh, God.
he points. He gestures to the halfling with the mastiff, and he says, "This is Gremmin,
Uh-huh.
master of the wilds and rider of strange beasts." And Gremmin kind of looks at you. He has like his like lower jaw is somewhat damaged. It looks like so his upper lip hangs out a lot further, and he just like looks at you without acknowledging you vocally, and he points at the other person who's with him, and he says, and this is Avis, master of life and death.
Okay. Well,
Oh.
good to know.
Um,
They are all from the guild, right?
Yeah, that he did tell you that they're all from his guild.
Yeah. And who's the master of the guild?
oh.
Why are you like this?
You should know. I'm always like that.
More names.
God.
More names.
No, stop.
You should get one of those like bingo balls and then just like write a bunch of
Bingo
names
balls.
on them. Yeah, the ones you put in the big cage and then you just
Yeah, just roll it out
Yep.
and be like, okay, well,
Roll
this
out
is the
me.
name.
The master of masters is Barlon Goldbeard. He's if you meet him,
What a
he's
name. I don't say. Endr doesn't say that. That was a me comment.
Yeah. Hold on, Goldbeard. If you meet him, make sure to address him as Master or Rocky Hill. He's a dwarf.
Rocky
He likes his titles.
Okay. Good. Well, thank you very much. What's his name again? I can't remember his name.
Krevlock.
Cred. Thanks, Mr. Cred. Talk to you soon.
See you soon. Now, hopping over to Zogle. So you approach, as you approach, like where the guild is speaking with guards. A guard peels and stops you from entering the property. He says, "Excuse me, citizen. What's your business here?"
I'm just simply investigating what's happened here. I'm sure my father and other family members want to make sure, everyone's safe and good to go.
What family's that?
Oh, good. It's my turn to not know what my last name is. It's Oakenshield now. That's what it is.
Oakenshield. Okay.
That's one way of doing it.
Oakenshield.
Zogle Oakenshield.
Take that down for the fan art. Give him an oaken shield.
The
Is
family of
Zogle
Oakenshield.
proficient in shields?
Yeah.
Nice.
He looks you up and down. He says you some kind of nature folk.
That's one way
You
to put
could
it.
say that.
You tied with the guild.
Well, I've had my run-ins. And I'm gonna glance over at Oriana.
She's very distraught, so she isn't really paying attention.
In fact, she was one of my friends for a while. I was hoping to speak with her. This is me playing as much emotion as Zogle possibly can in the presence of a new human being.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying. It's fine. He's doing his best.
Well, we're asking Miss Oriana some questions right now.
Nice southern accent you got there.
It bled over from Krevlock. I suppose we're probably about finished with her.
Well, I could especially assume so. There's so many of you, and there is only one of her. I'm sure she's incredibly overwhelmed.
Yeah. Well, Oriana is not the only member of the guild either who's speaking with guards.
Zogle's trying to be compassionate. He doesn't know.
Oh, okay. He says, well, she's pretty upset, so maybe you can calm her down. He lets you through, and lets out a whistle, and the guards turn, and a couple of them leave at his motioning. Oriana looks up and sees you.
Hold on one sec. There's a certain eye nerd in the chat, guys.
Oh, hi, Baz.
Hello.
Okay, continue.
So Oriana looks up at you. She's got tears in her eyes. She looks like she has not had. She looks like she hasn't slept in days, but I mean, it's probably from the grief that she's feeling.
There's gonna be this really awkward, open-armed moment where he's gonna try to show that he's down for the hugs, but also a little not down for the hugs.
Yeah. She steps forward and reaches her hand and puts it on your shoulder. And she says, Zogle, it's nice to see you. I wish it was under better circumstances.
I mean, you were just as strong as any of us. How could something like this happen to one of your own?
She looks really hurt at that.
Not that it was your fault. Look, I'm trying, okay?
Oriana will remember
I'm more
that.
wondering just what happened.
You don't know.
No.
Zogle,
Oh, isn't
last
that
night someone came into the guild hall, and it's Belvar. We didn't recognize him when we found him in the morning. No one's ever seen him, but we checked his room and she just breaks down.
Aw.
And he's actually gonna scoop her into a hug and be like, "Don't tell anybody I'm doing this," and just mumbling under his breath, trying to comfort her, and also being like, "None of you see me."
Okay, but is Endr anywhere nearby?
She knows.
You definitely see.
Endr's like, no. I feel like she comes over just after Zogle's done with the hug, just for the sake of Zogle pretends like she doesn't see it because she gets it. It's a little embarrassing for him.
So, can I make a sleight of hand check to make a big show of the hug and not that Zogle's actually crying?
Oh.
Baby.
Natural 20.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you're able to through the use of much Druid craft, from using the hand that Endr can't see around Oriana, you're able to clear up the tears. And when Zogle releases the hug, he is as stone-faced as ever.
I feel like kind of Endr comes over next and immediately gives Oriana a hug. She gives her a hug.
Mm-hmm. She hugs you back. She's sad.
Oh. She's like,
Meanwhile,
I'm sorry this happened.
No.
Sorry, what was that, Zogle?
Is his axe still around?
She looks at you, Endr, and she says, "Thank you." And she says, "Yes. He wasn't able to defend himself. So
I would like to take it for safekeeping, and also to deliver it to whoever would fell such a blow to him."
That's very sweet, Zogle. We can potentially make arrangements. Usually, a guild member's weapon is interned with them as a show of respect for their abilities in combat. But exceptions have been made. So
Someone
we can
like
discuss
him, I don't feel like a weapon should stay with him. I feel like it should continue doing what he would have been doing with it.
I'll speak to the guild master and see what I can do.
Endr, you should probably go with her.
All right, sure.
Get away from me so I can cry.
Like I go in a corner.
they had their sweet moment when Zogle let Endr hug him. He ain't gonna let her see her. He ain't gonna let her see him cry.
Yeah.
As this whole heartfelt exchange is going on, Kyr'nes is like vaguely panicked because he doesn't know it was Belvar, so he's like vaguely panicked, like, no, where are my boys?
Do you say anything to anyone, or are you just looking? Like,
I'm just I'm looking quietly because I don't want to cause like a scene or anything.
Yeah. Fair enough.
In case it is in fact one of them, because like, that would go poorly.
Yeah. Oriana turns to you, Endr, and she says, if you want to follow me, the captain of the guard is speaking with the guildmaster in his office.
Of course.
And she leads you inside. Azure, you look high, Kyr'nes, you look high and low, and you cannot find them. They're not there.
Like, finally, like, having looked everywhere, he just kind of stands on the outside of, like, the crime scene area and just kind of, like, nervously, like, looking around, fidgeting.
Yeah. Azure, what are you up to?
I want to stay, like, a bit behind, and I want to actually look at what the Barbarian is doing with his guild, how he acts and how his guild member acts.
Okay, yeah. Make an insight check for me.
Okay. Insight.
Unless Razz is sitting really still, I can't. I think I've got a camera freeze.
Y'all have frozen.
Oh.
I rolled an 11.
There you go. You unfroze.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, so with an 11, so yeah, the, he speaks, pretty commandingly, to the other two. Yeah, you can sort of, ooh, there she goes.
Ooh. That was probably just the internet being upset. She'll be back, hopefully.
So even from a distance, you can still hear the sound of his mumbling, but you can't like really make out any words.
There we go.
This girl just decided to die for me.
It happens.
Oh, great, that's fine.
Yeah, the halfling doesn't speak a single word. He just listens and stares around intently. The only thing that stops Krevlock from speaking is when Avis talks. You can just barely catch the suggestion of the cloak moving around him, like around his mouth area. You can't hear him speaking at all. And you can't see any of Avis's skin either. Like, there's no skin showing at all. He's completely covered. So it's pretty difficult to get a read on him.
Okay. Like, since I'm a bard and I'm good with words, it doesn't mean I can, like,
Do you want to read lips?
Yeah.
So there is actually a feat that allows you to do that. I will let you try with disadvantage on like a perception check, I guess.
Okay, give me a sec. Perception. Okay. So +2. Okay. Okay, so my lower roll is 14.
14. You catch a few words for sure, a few words and phrases. It does help that you can slightly hear like the tenor of his voice. You're you're not able to read Gremmin's lips at all because you can't see them. But Krevlock, he's asking kind of crudely, like, oh, which one of them do you think it was? This would never have happened if it was our guild. We would have had a watch. Things like that. Just being sort of down on them. There's definitely like a sense of guild rivalry bordering on like kind of low-key hatred. Like maybe hatred is a little
There's no need for that. There's no need to be salty.
Okay. Well, good. Okay. That's. They are all like being very serious, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay then. I'll just leave them alone.
Okay. So inside, Oriana leads you, Endr, into a sort of open hall, with two sort of separate dining rooms split off to the sides. There is a spiral staircase in the middle, and it is decorated with the colors of the guild. So it's like sort of a dark blue and some gold.
Ooh. Good colors.
Yeah, and the guild crest, which is an opening door. And in Draconic underneath it. Do you read Draconic?
No, I read Common
Okay.
and Sylvan.
Only
Okay.
druids can read Draconic.
I can
No,
read
that's
Draconic.
Druidic.
No,
Druidic.
Druonic.
Druonic.
there-
It's a
Try
pigeon
though.
of Draconic and Druidic. Clearly, there are so many Druid Dragonborn.
Yeah, I mean, clearly.
Dude,
I mean,
nature dragon. That would be so cool.
Dragon, hell yeah.
What do green
Um,
dragons do again? Hang on. Anyway.
Boys and boys, they're assholes.
Hmm.
So there is the guild motto, which is written in Draconic, but you can't read it.
Kyr'nes, no.
She leads you upstairs and down a hall to a large set of double doors. And about halfway down the hall, she turns to you and she says, Endr, I worry that this is our fault.
Why would it be your fault?
Belvar had a brand of an upside-down horseshoe. And we found this, and she produces a medallion. And the medallion has a half-masked face on it.
Dun dun dun.
It's
Have
Deathstroke.
we seen this? Have we seen this before?
Yeah, that's
You
the
have.
Cleric thing.
So there was one on Clarella's body. There was one on the Obelix's body.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a bad.
Yeah, that's not good.
Just spoke of a master. I worry that this is some sort of a revenge killing.
I feel like Endr is almost at a loss for words because she's like,
Mhm.
oh,
And
she,
also,
that's
it does.
a lot because now we've seen it in 3 separate places.
Mhm.
Big bad.
Yeah, Endr, and it does occur to you that that Malkadron only knows that Belvar was involved because he was told by your group specifically about a werebear who was a member of one of the guilds.
Oh no.
Shit. I don't think I was there for that part.
Yeah, you weren't present in the session, but Endr would have been there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna be the one to bring that up.
Oh no, it was me who told the fake Clarella. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not me. Oh, I thought
It was about to be you, but you were trying to lie and it flubbed.
I'ma keep that real, like, me to you. Don't tell the angsty druid. Just don't. He's already tried to kill the other one.
I don't think I can. I don't think Endr feels like she can bring that up because she's just like,
yeah,
just like. Internally, she's like.
Internal screaming.
Yeah.
I feel like she just kind of like sets like a hand on Oriana, and she's like. she's just at a total loss for words, but she's still trying to be comforting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she says, I'm sorry, you didn't come here because you knew this was gonna happen. You came here for your own reasons. And she leads you down the hall and knocks softly on the guildmaster's door. There's a scraping of a chair inside, and a man dressed in a guard's uniform, but like an officer's uniform.
Well, there's the light, folks. Hang on, I have an idea.
Darkness, my old friend.
I've come to talk with you again.
Did your light
Because
bulb
it
finally
isn't
die?
softly creeping. That didn't work.
Nice.
I was trying to.
Now we just have really creepy glow.
Beautiful.
Did your
Yeah, my light bulb
light
finally died on me.
That I've been telling you to fix for the past month.
Oh, it's been at least 2
finally
months.
Die?
Yes.
Good job. I told you to fix that months ago.
I have an idea.
Good effing job.
Oh! I believe in you.
Well, while you fix
Oh
that,
no, that's my.
You
Wait a
stop
minute.
having beliefs.
That's the power to my fan cutting out. That's not the bulb.
Oh, well,
That's a problem.
That is a problem.
JK. Oi!
Girl,
Come
you
on,
pick
buddy.
it. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a bodge of an idea. Continue.
Continue? Okay.
I will be right back. I have an idea.
Okay. Well, I mean, let's keep going.
Feel
with
free to
stuff.
continue.
Yeah. A man in an officer guard's uniform steps out, and he says, Miss Oriana, good day. And he walks down the hall. Inside of the guild hall is a let's see, it would be a silver Dragonborn. He's dressed in not like fine clothes, but like, he's well off for certain. He looks very tired, very, very tired. And he says, Oriana, step in, please. And she motions you into the room and closes the door behind you. There's 2 chairs in front of his desk if you want to have a seat or not. It's Oriana stands behind one of the chairs, but doesn't sit.
I'll follow suit with that. This is the first time I've been in this place. I don't want to just immediately like welcome myself to sitting down.
Sure.
Plus, I'm technically not here under like invitation,
Mm-hmm.
and they haven't. So I'm just kind of like, I just follow suit and stand behind a chair,
Sure.
kind of like gripping my staff, just maybe a little too tight, but no one notices.
Yeah.
Knuckles are a little white. She's a little nervous.
Yeah. She says, Guildmaster, this is Endr. I don't think she knows your last name.
No, I think I only introduced myself as Endr the first time around, so.
Yeah. This is Endr. I spoke briefly to you about her. She helped us with that contract. And he, his eyes, he has like smile lines, right? Like Dragonborn skin is pretty like pretty malleable, you know. But there's no laughter in his eyes right now. He his eyes kind of snap to you, and
oh boy,
like he's not angry at you, but he's very serious.
He's very tired.
Yeah, and there's a lot of like gravity in that look, and he says, "This is fortunate timing. I am Guildmaster."
Name
something.
Oh, it was the other. It was the other guildmaster that was gold beard, wasn't it?
B9 again. B9. Is there?
B9. Did you say Hitler?
No.
Yes, his name is Hitler now.
Okay.
His name is not Hitler.
Okay, weird things are happening in my house right now.
What is happening?
The power is out only in half of my house.
Oh,
you have a downbreaker.
No, but it's like an entire half of the house.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, you kind of have like built onto a bunch of your house.
That's fair. I guess it could be a breaker. Anyway, this is my bodged lantern that gives me.
Oh, is that like your like daylight lamp thing?
No. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh.
Nice.
It's alive. Sounds like someone.
Did you have a flashlight with a bottle of water so that it enhanced it?
Maybe a little.
Yep, nice.
You nerd.
Very clever.
Which, by the way, it lit up your face more than your regular light.
I mean, I could leave it on.
Just saying, might want to invest in a ring light.
Yeah, I've needed to fix my lighting for many and many a moon.
Your light was bad like back at Christmas before you even graduated. Like.
Yeah, I just need to get a better lighting setup for recording anyway. But anyway, I digress. Story time.
Story time, yeah. He reaches his hand forward and he says, "I am Guildmaster Izel. Tell me, what brings you here?"
So this is outside of.
Yeah.
So 2 things: we wanted to see our companions that we'd met before and visit them.
Mm.
As well as Cruella. I always mess it up.
Angsty Druid's boyfriend is dead. Yeah, get the axe.
I think I'm just going to, instead of mentioning dead woman, we're gonna...
Hello? I think it froze. Y'all. Oh, there you go. You were frozen for a good bit there for me.
Oh, really?
So
Yes.
the demon that we know,
Cool and
yeah, the
good.
Oni, we know that she would want you to. We know that he's going to keep up appearances, so we are leaving her alive, quote unquote.
Okay.
Yeah. And just so you know, I asked the Master Guild to chase Chlorella and tell us when they find her.
So the barbarian is currently under Azure's employ.
To find Chlorella, who's dead, so that we know where the Oni is.
All right, cool. So we'll very specifically not mention that.
Nicely.
So I'm just going to say we're just heading this direction, and we wanted to visit our Oriana and our other friends that we had met prior when we helped them out. We thought we might stop by and say hello.
Okay.
And also see the sights, of course.
Yeah. Yep. He nods and he says,
I forgot that my dad is making lamb.
Nice.
Tasty.
I can smell it. But continue, sorry.
No, you're okay. He nods and he says, Duver attracts many travelers. Well, it is a bit of an unfortunate time for your visit.
I don't want her to say, "Oh, I've noticed," because that's really unsincere.
Right. Fair enough. And actually, I think you're spared that because Oriana says, Guildmaster, they've requested to take Belvar's axe. They were intimately involved with this particular mission, and
you said intimately involved, and for half a frame, I thought you were. I was. You're intimately involved.
Shut up.
I was about to lose it. Ooh.
Oh my goodness. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. He nods and he says,
There's someone in chat whose druid's name is Oriana.
Oh no.
"Oh, weird. Hey, it's Aspen. How are you?"
Wait.
What?
That is Aspen's druid's name. I forgot about it. Anyway.
Yeah, Dad. Okay.
And he says, very well. I don't believe it's an important part of the investigation, so, you may take it. And Oriana says, I'll retrieve it for you.
Oh. Oh.
You good?
Yeah, I just. Oh.
A lot has happened.
I have to. I actually have to go. It's dinner,
That's
and
okay.
it's. Yeah, but I'm not gonna be back for the rest of the night.
Oh golly.
This is. I mean, like at least with the session, anyways. I'll probably be able to talk to you later, G, if you're still awake.
All right, we'll see.
But
Activate automated Endr mode.
Asserting dominance.
G has spell sheet if needed.
Yes.
But yeah, since this is my last Tuesday before I go back to school, my dad and I are spending a little bit more time together, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for showing up, Razz. I appreciate it.
Yeah, G, you can just let me know when the session's done what's happened.
Yeah,
Sure.
I will.
See ya.
Have a good
Bye bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Yeah, I had to wrap that up because I realized she was leaving. Cool. So Oriana's going to retrieve the weapon. Back outside, what are you boys up to?
So by the time anyone
I-
heads back over to me, I'm gonna have a ball of water in my hand with shape water, and it is not from
Not from your
not my decanter. It is
Yeah.
definitely from my eyeballs.
Nice. Okay. Azure. Oh, sorry.
I
Whoever.
I actually want to just use the mirror quickly and call back Mr. Dread. I can't remember his name.
Krev.
Cred.
Krevlock.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever
Oh.
his name is. Because I want to know where the meeting is gonna be, like where Chlorella is supposed to be.
Oh yeah. He's. I mean, he's still standing where he was standing. Like he didn't go anywhere. You can use the mirror if you want to.
Yeah, I'll go back to him and
Okay.
just ask quickly. So I'll walk back to him and I'm sorry to disrupt your meeting over here. Is meeting a thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Your meeting over here. I just need to know a quick info about where the seance with
The opening of the temple.
the opening of the temple, like where it's going to be and when it's going to be.
He points back down towards the harbor. And he says right street. Down. You'll basically have to follow the street. It's quite a ways. It's near the outside of town. It's always growing.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. And I run back to my friends and I want to tell them all the things.
Okay. Kyr'nes, just while he's doing that, what are you up to?
I think finally having established that he can't find his boys, he's just kind of like, maybe he tries to snoop into the crime scene a little further, see if he can get anything more out of, like, was this like a hit? Was the rope tying them to the tree to make a statement? Like, what's going on here?
Okay. Are you gonna like talk to people, or are you gonna just investigate the crime scene itself? Or...
I think I'm gonna try to investigate the crime scene itself and see how far that gets me.
You're worse at people than I am.
I mean,
give me an investigation roll.
Sure. Investigation. Okay. Oh, unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. Okay, yeah. So, you go full CSI.
Yeah, like full like Detroit Connor, like lick the blood, analyze.
It's Sherlock Dragon.
So the rope, firstly, it appears to be slightly magical, but it's been destroyed by them cutting Belvar's body down. So it's no longer usable. But it was just a rope of entrapment, basically.
Okay.
There are drag marks leading from the door of the guild hall to the tree.
Okay.
So he was not killed there.
So judging by the drag marks, he was absolutely like put up there to make a statement. Somebody really wanted people to see Belvar on this tree.
It seems likely, yeah. For sure.
Hmm.
Would I be able to tell whether all of the blood that's like around is Belvar's or?
Probably not. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell one person's blood from another.
Fair.
But yeah, I mean, it wasn't, if it was someone else's, they had, like, it wasn't fresh when they got out there, right? Like, what if there was a fight? Like, it was all taken care of before they made it out the door.
Okay.
Kind of thing. And at this point, I think Azure, you probably make it over to the boys in the yard.
Yeah.
But there are no milkshakes, only merch.
Yep.
And I run to them and I say, like, hey guys, I think we are onto something, and I tell them what happened. Do I have to like say? Do I have to say it? Or...
Just what do you tell them?
Okay, so
like you don't have to say it in character or anything.
Okay. So I tell them that I tell them about the Chlorella temple opening thingy.
Mhm.
I tell them about the fact that the Master's Guild is actually like that I employed them to find her.
Mhm.
And is that all the info I got?
I mean, unless you want to tell them about the other members of the Masters Guild or anything like that. But,
No.
okay. Then yeah, I think that's pretty much everything.
Okay.
So I'm guessing that Dragon Boy is yammering on about how his boys are probably dead, and oh my god, and
yeah, it's a mix between like worried, like no, my boys, and like I'm pretty sure this is what happened though.
Is Endr coming back to us?
Not yet.
Okay.
Zogle's just gonna be like looking highly annoyed at the yammering dragon and be like, it wasn't your boys.
Oh, thank Bahamut.
Yeah, I'm glad that you can be thankful.
That's not a good. Do you know something I don't?
It was Belvar.
But he... Bear.
I'm gonna toss my orb of water at his feet and just wander a couple of feet.
Oh. I think Kyr'nes is kind of just shocked. Doesn't have words. More pieces are fitting together in his brain about this crime scene, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I knew your dorky sons, as you call them, boys, whatever, they're probably looking for the killer.
Well, that wouldn't shock me. They're very stabby.
Do you guys know anything about the murder? I asked the Masters Guild, and they are supposed to be calling me back when they know more about things. But
Well, I did some snooping, and it's pretty clear that Belvar was lashed to that tree to send a message. If you look real close, there's some drag marks. It's pretty clear the fight took place somewhere else. And the rope was some kind of enchanted. I guess something to do with, entrapment. The bear man that big, it would almost require a magic rope, wouldn't you think?
Would I know if he would have had to be human for them to really get this far out?
Well, you know about were animals. Go ahead and make an intelligence check with advantage, because we've kind of established you have a lot of knowledge about this, somewhat.
double natural 20s.
Whoa.
Yeah, so the the curse is the curse of the animal is attached to the soul of the creature. So when the soul leaves the body, so does the curse. So it is likely that upon his death, Belvar returned to his original form.
I would hate to think what the other person looks like.
Yeah, I would assume he put up quite the fight.
I have two theories. I'm going to guess either A, it's all a ruse to make us not think about the Oni and kind of make us circle around, or there is a bigger issue around here.
Did Zogle say that it was like does Azure knows about the fact that it's a curse that turned him into an animal?
I don't think you would know that, and I don't think Zogle has ever said anything about it.
Okay, well.
Nope. I just want the axe so that we can go home and I can find this thing.
This is quite the large play for something to be distracting us. I don't know. Whoever was doing it, they definitely wanted people to see. That's all I can tell.
Yeah. And yeah. Why would they want us to see though? You know?
If we're on the manhunt for one individual, and then something even bigger happens, then most likely we're going to go after the even bigger event.
True.
Yeah, but what if like
It's about, just so you guys know, it's about this time that Oriana comes out of the house with the axe and Endr in tow.
okay. Well, oh, hi. Hi, give me a second.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt you. I just like they're still like in the distance, but they're available now. He gone.
Oh,
Tactically, either would make sense. Either something
Yeah.
else is happening around here, or we have ourselves somebody who is causing a lot of mayhem.
I mean, the
via people that we
distraction.
care about.
The distraction play isn't implausible. It just seems like a lot killing something that sturdy and stubborn. You'd think they would go for an easier target.
Why in the world would they go after an easier target? You go after something stubborn and grotesquely large if you're going to make a scene. I mean, what's bigger than killing a political leader?
Oh, yeah, I suppose you've got a point.
It's a theory. I'm not sure if that's the situation, but I'm hoping with Belvar's axe we can find a solution. We just need to take a quick trip home.
Oriana approaches at this point, and she says, Zogle, the guildmaster has permitted you to take this. When you're finished, please return it. It's part of our guild's history, and Belvar deserves to be remembered.
I'm going to take it to the one place where any wild person deserves to go.
Okay. She hands over his axe, and now that the crowd is dispersed, she sort of pulls you into a tight circle, and she says, I've already spoken to Endr about this. We found Jas's symbol branded onto Belvar, and we found this in his room. And she holds forward the medallion.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Welcome back.
May I take that as well, Oriana?
She
My hopes
hands it to you.
are I'm going to go to my mother, and we're going to try to scry on all of this. If I know anyone that's strong enough to do it, it's going to be them.
I think I kind
Cut the
of.
crap, go straight to the people.
I think I kind of maybe delicately as possible as to not set her off, but I kind of clue her into what I've seen in hopes that maybe if the guards approach her for any more information, she can tell them that.
Yeah, she nods and says, "We suspected a lot of that. I haven't had a chance to look at the rope, so it's good to know. Maybe I can find the source of that. It might be difficult in a city like this, but
True.
thank you."
You're quite welcome.
I have some funeral preparations to make, so feel free to visit again. Hopefully it'll be less. It was nice to see you. She rejoins her guildmates.
Don't get dead.
You tried, buddy. Pat him on the back. You tried.
Nice. Cool. So what's the plan? Or if you guys want to talk about this new information,
Does there tell us about?
A little closer to the mic, please.
Sorry, I was
There we go.
Okay. Do we know? Did Endr tell us about what she knows?
Oriana just told you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we know that there was like the horseshoe crest thingy.
Yep. And you all would recognize that as the symbol that was very prevalent in Jass's camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we basically know like that's the Oni, right? It's gotta be. So
Yeah, I was about to ask, did we catch anything when we were, fighting the Oni, whether there would be something to tip off that's his symbol or not?
Well, it was branded on those demons, wasn't it?
I think so.
It was branded on the demons. Oriana had a medallion, and the Oblex did mention, the Oblex said kind of something in death that would imply that it was sent by Melkadron. So
we know.
Yeah, that symbol is definitely his symbol.
Yeah. So guys, why would Chlorella, aka you know who, would make like a ceremony and be there for like the new temple? And
just to be clear, the ceremony, it's not for her. She's just expected to appear because the god's domain kind of intersects with her role in the city.
Yeah. I meant to say that. So why? I don't know. It just the fact that there's like a temple opening and there's like a killing. I don't know. It just feels bizarre.
Well, there's going to be a few things about the temple. It's going to be that the Oni may or may not show up as Chlorella, and just to keep things going as they normally do. This investigation towards the guild, on the other hand, would probably be something to throw off other individuals. I mean, there's a lot going on here. I vote we go home, we scry on these objects, see if we can find the main source of all of the crap, and we go there. I mean, what do? We go over to that temple ceremony, see Chlorella, what do? Bust out into magic and cause mass chaos? It wouldn't make any sense.
We could be a bit more subtle than that.
Precisely. So if we scry on these objects, find the main person and where they are and their main source of wherever, we go there. We do things a little more delicately.
But we need to be here.
For what?
Yeah.
Well,
Why do we still need to be here?
There's something I haven't told you guys. I won't get into specifics out here. It's a lot. Long and short of it is there's something in Rodvine that I need to take care of, let's say, and we definitely should be heading there very soon. Please. It's very important. I swear. I'll explain more when we're not out in the middle of the street.
Zogle's probably gonna have white knuckles on an axe and be like,
It's not dangerous, I don't think. Well, it shouldn't be dangerous until we're closer to Rodvine at the very minimum.
there's a few things, very few things that would stop me from what I would like to do right now. So it better be important.
I assure you, it's of, well, incredible importance. There's better words for it. I assure you, it's draconic. Well, that's all I can really get into, at least out here. Now Kyr'nes is looking around kind of nervously, like,
Small individual, I'm going to repeat what I have just said. There are very few things that would stop me from the few things I need to get done.
Kyr'nes kind of sees that Zogle is trying to intimidate him and, tit for tat, he kind of puffs up a little bit. He says, I will assure you that this is of great importance, tree man. This involves my heritage, and that is of the utmost importance. And then he mumbles a few curses in Draconic.
I'm gonna mumble a few curses in Druidic. Ah!
Uh-huh.
Now we're all speaking languages no one else understands.
With his, bluster moment done, he kind of relaxes again. He's made his point. He's good.
Seems here that we have to make both things quick.
Yes, that's one way of putting it. As long as we return to here, and by extension Rodvine, I don't mind if we indulge your quest. I, too, believe that Belvar does deserve some sort of vengeance.
I'm going to figure that we will have to return here. I'm going to think that since everything keeps happening in this town, wherever this individual entity is most likely sleeping here.
That does make sense.
So if we can scry it out, find where this person is, we'll come back, we'll do what we need to do, and help you, and then hopefully get everybody happy. And maybe I'm gonna find out what bloodlust is like.
Oh my.
For my part, I'm gonna tell what's his name again? Oh my god, why are those names so complicated?
Because you made me make them up on the spot.
Pull them out of a bingo machine. I mean, what else do we want?
Krevlock?
Dreadlock. Krev?
Yes.
Yeah. Mr. Lock. I'm gonna call him Mr. Lock. It's easier. I'm gonna tell Mr. Lock to when he is going to see Chlorella, I'm gonna make sure to tell him to somehow follow her, or at least find out where she's going. Well, I basically want them to spy on.
Yeah, the American term is called tailing.
That is
Yeah,
one way of putting it.
follow.
Yes.
Yeah, he gives you kind of a weird look, and he says, "Listen, I know that the bard lifestyle, you get into some interesting habits, but just make sure that this doesn't cross no boundaries. I don't need my reputation being tarnished."
Is this within earshot of the rest of us?
Do you follow him over to Crablock?
Oh, I mean, I'm figuring we're talking as a group, so I don't know any better one way or another.
I mean, Crablock is out in the street, like,
Okay.
so if you don't follow, you probably don't hear.
Well, since Azure's been pretty honest about what his whole plan is, I'm probably following, and I'm gonna look up at Krev and be like, "Here," and I'm gonna toss him my gem.
Okay.
You do what the man says, and you don't ask questions.
He shrugs. He says, "All right. Just remember, if the guards come for me, I'm going to point them in your direction."
Yeah. Oh, sorry, my dog's gonna bark. If you have any, like, if I'm making you work any extra, I'm gonna pay you any extra. Don't worry. I'll need you to I'll call you later. And when is the ceremony? Is it
It's this afternoon.
this afternoon? I'm gonna call you right before the ceremony, and I want you to talk to me in private, or at least with the people you're gonna be, the people that are going to be helping you on this mission.
Yeah. He nods, and Avis next to him gives like a deep nod,
Mm-hmm.
but doesn't say anything to you.
Good. Good luck.
I don't know who my oh my is, but he's currently
Neo's the best. He's my
Excellent.
favorite.
Well, they're eating popcorn and listening to you.
Oh my God, Amy-o.
Cool. So they're off now. They head off if you don't have anything else to talk to him about.
No, I'm gonna be done for now with him.
Cool. What's the plan, Stan? Are you chartering a boat? Are you staying in the city? Are you leaving? I mean, I'm assuming you're going somewhere, right?
It certainly sounds like we gotta find some way back to.
You got a dwarf to flirt with there, friendo. I'm broke now, just so we all are aware, because I didn't take my loot. I just paid off a man that is doing some shady business, and I still need to be able to afford my levels, so
Okay.
got nothing.
So we got, like, he gave us scrolls, right?
He gave you a piece of parchment.
Yeah.
And it's a scroll of sending, specifically for him.
Yeah. So basically, can you remind me what it does?
Yeah, so you can write a message to him, and then when you activate the spell on the scroll, it will poof from where you are to where he's at.
Okay.
And communicate with him, basically.
Can I make a quick insight check to see if we actually realize he doesn't know how to read?
Oh, we haven't noticed that yet, have we?
Well,
Yeah.
nobody's really attempted. We all just thought he's being weird. So
I mean, he wouldn't necessarily need to read it in this moment, because he already knows what it does. Like,
Yeah.
Azure would already know. So, if an opportunity comes up, you might be able to try.
I know, but he needs to write in it.
Yeah, but let him figure that out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So so what's up with you guys? Do you have anything to do here before, like?
I mean, I do have an errand, but it's going to take a while. We should probably get to this beforehand. It's much more, well, time sensitive. I wouldn't say it's more urgent. It's very important, but this is more time sensitive.
Okay.
Yes. Go ahead and send to the dwarf.
Yeah. Can I actually forgot to tell something to Mr. Luck. There, I'll hand it to you. I don't know, whoever, Zogle. Can you send a message while I just quickly go and tell Luck what I had to say to him?
I mean, it'll take you but a second. Just go ahead and send it.
Yeah, but I actually really need to tell him some details that I forgot to tell him, because I don't want him to go close to Chlorella. I don't want him to get in danger while he's on this mission.
You're wasting the same amount of time speaking to me as you.
So I'm literally giving you the scroll. Like I'm throwing the scroll at you and I'm running towards us.
I'm just gonna be standing with the scroll, being like, "What?"
And I just
gonna look at Kyr'nes and be like, "What?"
Well, you know, bards, they get a little eccentric, I suppose.
Yeah.
No, I know cities. I don't know cities. I don't know bards, and I want to go back to my forest.
So I just run into the distance.
Okay.
I guess I write to the dwarf.
Okay.
Hey, baby, winky face, winky face, winky face. Need the boat.
No, I'm gonna be like, yo, our idiot ran off and handed me the scroll. We need your boat.
Okay. Do you sign it?
Yes?
Okay, well, because if you don't sign it, he doesn't know who's specifically who's sending it.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna be like, the idiot's Druid. No, your idiot's Druid.
Your idiot's Druid, nice. Yeah, about 10 minutes pass, and just in the air in front of you, like a square forms, and then it and goes up in fire, and drops a piece of paper in front of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna start glancing at it, reading through.
Yeah, it says, it says, well, you know, I'm always here for me, idiot. Come see me in the harbor.
Oh, excellent. I'll show him this note real quick. Be like, yo, Azure, here. Your boyfriend's kind remarks towards you.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Oh. Good. And I just stand there and I take the note and I glance at it and I put it in my bag.
I'm gonna give him some real peely eyes and be like, wasn't what he said so sweet?
Yeah, very sweet. He is a very sweet person.
Uh-huh. What do you call you there, honey?
Just out him here on national TV.
I think that this is probably a good enough circumstance for an inside check.
Yeah. What do I do?
Holy! That is my... I think
That's at least your third natural
Oh my
20 of the evening.
God.
I was gonna say maybe roll your deception against him.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I mean you're a bard. It might.
No, I have good deception, but he rolled a 20.
Mhm.
a natural 20. I think that's my fourth one.
I have +7 though. I rolled a 4.
Azure can't read.
No.
Well, I mean,
Or
I-
he didn't read the note, and he didn't write the note.
yeah.
So
Azure, can you not read?
I mean, it's not that I cannot read. It's that I believe in the power of the mind, and you know, I read in my head, and
I'm gonna pull him to the side real quick. Azure, it's all right if you can't read. I can work with you on that.
no, but I'm like, it's not that I don't know how to read. It's, you know, just like I said, you know, I believe in stuff, and I I you know, yeah, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, sure. You know, because you're so great, and I totally respect your beliefs. How about we just work on a few things together? That way, you can even more firmly do your beliefs. That way, you can read out loud the word of your people. You and I from time to time.
Yeah, I believe that's a good idea. But yeah.
cute.
Okay, you're still an idiot.
Oh.
And I'm just gonna walk away from it.
And I just follow behind. Yeah, I'll just follow behind. Yeah, you know what I mean, right? Huh? You know.
He's an
know.
idiot. Just keep walking. As we're like grabbing the Dragonborn to try to get him and to go.
So you can go ahead, guys. I'll follow you. Don't wait on me. I'm just gonna be you know, I just want to be cleaning my my shield and my sword while you guys walk. You lead the way.
Meanwhile, while they were having their little moment, Kyr'nes has completely zoned out, just staring at all the neat magic stuff going on. Zogle like grabs him by the scarf. He's like, "Oh, jeez, we're going."
Cool. So you guys head back down to the harbor. You're able to find the floating gold.
I'm here. Hey, we're here.
Great Boulder turns and he says, "Oh, there you are. Now, we just got here, and I need to turn a profit on this trip. But I can arrange for a ship for you."
Yeah. Well, I know we've just arrived here, Boulder. And I come closer to the boat.
Mhm.
And I use message,
Mm-hmm.
and I whisper to him that, like, I know we've just come here, but me and my group are kind of in trouble, and we don't really have any, like, I don't know anyone that can transport us to another city, and I found a way to pay you back. And also, I'm glad to see that you're doing fine and you had a safe a safe journey
Day? It's been a
day.
day.
Yes, it's only been a day.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
only
we have
have a
not
day.
been here long. We've been here like overnight.
Oh shit. I mean, I hope you had like a good day. I'll find like I can pay for the trip. I'll find a way.
Oh, you needn't. I've got some folk who owe me a favor. As I said, I can't very well leave my ship here. We've got plenty to sell still, but I can make sure that someone gets you where you're going.
Good. So do you mind going to I forgot the name to
Melwyn?
Belwyn there. Belwyn, yeah.
He's trying to tell you that he can get you a boat, like, and a crew and a captain and stuff. Like, he can get you on someone else's ship to go back to Belwyn.
He ain't going with us, but we going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Do you like do you have any scrolls? Like you gave me? Cause you know I want to talk to you even though we are far away.
He
Zogle's gonna be like, or a stone of, you know, sending the one that he can talk into might
Stone of
be
far
be even more beneficial so that you can hear each other's voices on this long journey.
Kyr'nes is like, stones of far speech do exist. I remember hearing about them. He's very pleased with himself for knowing about a random artifact.
Yeah. He says, well, I don't have one, but if you want to go into the city and like that, I'd be happy to
Nope,
talk.
scroll's great. Let's go.
Yeah. He produces a stack of scrolls. They are all addressed to him. So.
Oh,
so you won't...
excellent. I can teach you your word and beliefs on the way, and you can every day write him a little letter. I'm so pleased with how much I'm torturing poor Azure right now.
Kyr'nes entirely oblivious to what's going on here.
Oh, thanks, Boulder. Where is the ship going to be?
Yeah, he walks down the dock with you guys and introduces you to another captain. He's a portly gentleman named Captain
Bane?
Captain Class, and he shakes your hand and welcomes you.
Well, hi, Mr. Class. Blast. Well, whatever.
It's salt backwards.
I'll call you Captain.
Captain. I'm 80.
And, is he a dwarf?
No, he is a human.
Oh, okay.
So this is
Says-
it's a 3-day ship travel, correct?
5-day.
I have figured out exactly how I'm going to teach Azure.
Okay.
And it's gonna be the best.
Okay. Cool. He asks you. He says we're getting ready to raise anchor. Do you have any business in the city? For the record, Azure, you need to pick up Blue's armor. Kyr'nes, you need to pick up Dagger of Returning.
I was about to say, as soon as he says, oh, do you have any business in the city? Like, a blank look falls over Kyr'nes' face, and he goes, I forgot my dagger.
Hurry up, go
honestly,
get your
like,
dagger, go get your...
for the sake of expediency, we could say that you guys like go and pick those things up and prepare for your journey if you don't want to do anything else in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be a good thing.
Yeah. Cool. So you set off on a 5-day journey.
Jeez.
So I have 5 feet of water that I can control and make shapes out of. So I'm gonna make the alphabet out of water and ice.
Oh my gosh.
Nice. Okay. So you guys are on a ship. You take this long ship journey, 5 days. Zogle, if you and Azure are going to work on reading, that's probably going to take up most of it.
That is gonna take up most of it. And
So if you guys are okay with that, then
so
Yeah.
I'm okay with it, and I'm gonna stalk him every chance I get. So if he's not good with it, I understand, but I'm gonna make
Hit
him
him.
read.
hit him in the face with like water letters. It's time.
I think Kyr'nes, having like realized he kind of let one of the shoes drop on, the big reveal, so to speak. He's kind of preoccupied in like going over how exactly he wants to make clear to the party just what is happening in Rodavine and why he needs to be there.
Okay,
So he's kind of like,
yeah.
he's kind of like pacing the ship, rehearsing a little bit.
Okay.
Oh,
Are you gonna talk? Oh, sorry. What's up?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Are you gonna talk to them like before the end of the journey, or are you gonna?
I was thinking on the journey back, actually.
Okay. If I may, I actually like kind of forgot, but is there a way that like I somehow before we left, like or while we left during the day, that I called Mr.
Oh
Locke?
yeah, absolutely. I forgot about that. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I forgot too.
And actually, that's kind of important. So yeah. So backtracking. So on your first day of your journey, you're able to sneak away, or from your insistent lessons from Zogle.
Yeah.
And
Get back here and let me learn you.
so you call, and it takes a little bit of doing, but you are able to get Krevlok's attention, and the entire time, like in the back of the frame is just the hood of Gremlin, just like his shoulder, just like chilling there.
Okay.
He says, "How can I help you?"
Okay, I got some more info to give to you. So I don't know how to say this, but I'm gonna stay very true to I'm gonna stay honest with you. So I would prefer you to not approach Chlorella. Cause I believe that she might not be the one we think she is. And if I'm right, well then she might be dangerous. And which is why we are trying to find her so we can figure out how to put down the fire, if you know what I mean.
Interesting. Well, if you say so, no problem.
So follow her, and if she ever turns on you, well, you have the full you have the okay to take care of it. But I would suggest you to not do it alone.
Well, he And at this moment, something catches his attention up, and he says, "Well, if this is an imposter, it's a damn good one." And he turns and points the mirror, and on a stage in front of the new temple, you see Chlorella.
Oh,
Bam!
kaboom. Okay. Well, okay. Follow her, find out everything you can, and as soon as you get some info, just call me back, and just be careful, right? Because she can be a lot to handle.
Yeah, and you see Gremmin's head like move, and you hear sort of this like eldritch whisper that like doesn't make any sense to you. It's like it sounds like it's speaking in reverse, but in your head, like you're somehow able to interpret the language you've never heard.
Okay.
And he says, "Careful is our middle name."
This dude's so cool.
He's creepy.
I look straight at the mirror and I say, "Ooh, okay."
He says, Krivlock says,
And
I'll get back with you."
yeah, I say, well, bye, Mr. Luck, and I'll talk to you later.
He slides you into his bag.
Hello.
There we go.
Oh, my. Hello.
Hello?
Okay, my Discord froze for a second.
Oh, okay. I thought you were making a joke about like the call ending in the game, and I was like, "Oh, good bit." Hello? Oh, he's gone now.
So yeah, and then we'll ask Endr what she was up to, but we'll say that you start to have a grasp of, like a remedial grasp of some like basic words.
I'm also gonna say at the very end of the first night, I'm like, push my unwilling student out and slam my door and just fall to my knees and just start crying.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh,
He gone.
oh no, he's
Hello?
back.
I'm back.
he back.
I'm back.
Okay, I thought you couldn't deal
He's
with this emotion.
alive.
I just can't deal with the emotions anymore.
I'm a glass case of emotion.
Okay. So, duly noted.
I think I'm just gonna add some more flavor text to Kyr'nes, like practicing. He's like using minor illusion to like do little like picto hologram thing to like make clear his point, really get it across, and be like a little theatrical about it.
Nice. Yeah.
And
think
you
you're
couldn't
slightly
help me teach Azure to read.
I don't know what's going on. Remember, y'all haven't clued me
You're
in.
to the side. Yeah. Cool. Cool. So, 5-day journey. Hey, Zogle. So it's been 6 days. I need you to make 4 willpower saving throws.
It doesn't even get easier because we're headed closer. Damn it! I'm glad that these are at advantage, but this sucks.
I'll be RB one
So
second.
wisdom saves.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Give me a second. Number 117.
117.
The first roll is
I got you.
17.
I got you.
Ugh, 12.
There's the more sensible rolls.
Okay.
14. Last one was 9.
9. So on the 4th day of your journey, you wake up and you feel an itch on your arm where the hag stabbed you with a nail. Hold on, I need to just write this down. Hold on. Just... Okay. You feel an itch in your arm, and you look at it, and you can just get a hint of like it's yellowing and bruised, and there's a little bit of just like a tiny black vein that moves just barely up your arm.
Oh, that could have been a lot worse. Thank you for home.
Actually, you're not home. That was 4 days. It has now been 10 days since you were cursed. I need you to make another wisdom saving throw for the 5th day.
Oh, 19.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't go away, but it doesn't get any better.
Oh, okay. I'm not trying to kill everybody yet.
Yeah, it doesn't get any worse. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah. Also, we need to talk about like the knowledge I'm supposed to like have learned.
Yeah. No, it's basically just like, so the removal of that curse is just another ritual. And if you want to like do it, they are going to require either powerful druidic or cleric or divine. There we go. Spellcasters.
Okay.
So like more powerful than Zogle. So
Yeah, a lot more powerful.
yeah, Zogle's not powerful enough.
Yeah, I know that.
I am angry doges. I am not quite yet elemental.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. On day 5, you guys pull into Belwyn Harbor. Let me check the time.
We're at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. That's like 10 for Owl, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We're probably. Yeah. So as you are pulling into the harbor,
Zogle's gonna be freaking out going, okay, so when we go into the forest, just remember, look, okay, like, you know how I am a little bit of a nice guy, and I am the most gentle of us, and like, you know, everything is great, so my father's not quite as nice and gentle as I am.
Ooh. If you're considered nice compared to your dad, I don't mean to offend, but oh boy, it sounds like we're about to have ourselves a minor adventure.
I'm not
Don't
considered.
worry, guys. I got it.
Azure? No. He is a very... I'm not considered the nice one. I'm considered the gentle one.
Well, I believe that I care about my life, so take care of your things. I'll do my things.
He's dead. Guys, he's dead. He's going to die. I don't have to buck him. He's just gonna die.
So you're able to leave the ship. Are you starting on your day? Are you in the forest, or do you have anything else you want to do first?
I could go get my drone.
You could.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
probably available.
But we could also just go into the forest. Anybody else got any plans, ideas, maybe a concept? Yeah.
I'm. I mean, technically, I don't have really anything to do over here.
I don't think anything in Bellwind was, shouting at Kyr'nes.
Okay, well, anything at all. Kyr'nes, sightseeing. You're a tourist, right?
Yeah, I've kind of seen all there is to see in Bellwind. It's a pretty average small town, wouldn't you say?
Azure, I'm sure there's some barmaid you haven't hit on.
Yeah.
Go that way.
Well, I look at Zogle straight in the eyes, and I use a bardic inspiration,
Oh.
and I tell him, you know what? You can do it. I believe in you.
I would like to make a con save to see if I throw up.
Do it. What'd you roll?
I rolled a 16.
There's definitely a little bit of mouth vomit, but you're okay.
You swallow it right
You
back
swallow
up.
it. Yep. Gross.
Yeah, okay, well, in the great words of Azure, here we go.
So you head off into the forest. It's beautiful. You guys are all very familiar with it, except maybe Kyr'nes.
Yeah. I've been into other forests, but not this one.
In fact, Azure, this is where you're from, right? So, in theory, your family's around too, or something.
Well,
Depending.
the-
Might have amended.
the fate that helped me are around, right? My
Yeah.
family is not here, but I guess I consider them like family. So yeah, I guess I'm from here.
Yeah, and actually, the Fae of the Forest, to see the return of Zogle and Azure, and to an extent Endr, because this is where she would gather ingredients from. They're very reactive and they're very happy to see you. You walk for about half an hour, and and in the distance, you start to hear. Caw. Caw. Tweet, 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 caw. And above the tree line, you catch a glimpse of a flock of birds, and all of them are a different species of bird. They circle above your heads for a moment. They're led by like a sparrow, and there's a raven immediately to its side. There's a falcon. There's a pair of robins, and a couple others. And they circle down and land in front of you. And suddenly, where there was a flock of birds, there is now a circle of druids. And a woman steps forward and says, Zogle, welcome home.
Eat my man.
And that's where we end. That is Mom.
It's a man. I like her.
It's your mom and your brothers. Your father's not present, so
Yay! Oh,
currently.
we're almost gonna die.
Cool. Well, thank you guys. I guess now's a good time to say that we might have to do some schedule shuffling and and some magic. But we'll get it figured out.
We gotta fight the real big bad, time.
The real big gag time. Exactly. Exactly.
We have rainbows on our side. It's fine.
Yeah. So if you guys want to do,
Spiels.
want to pimp your stuff, and we'll get out of here.
Kitty, if you could do shoutouts for Kid Infinite, Glacier Nester, and Sleeping Owl, that would be super great.
All right. Well, I.
Uh, uh, uh,
Oh.
just before we start the shebang, Zogle, don't forget that you actually have
Have
bardic
inspiration.
for
Yeah.
10 minutes. So if you want to
Holy.
use it for like any check, you can like. I don't know if you're on Beyond D&D, but you can like click the inspiration button and it tells you,
Yeah,
hey,
just mark that you have
Absolutely.
inspiration. Yeah. Somewhere.
If I can remember, sure, Kitty, it's just exclamation point SO,
And then our name.
and then the name of whoever you're shouting out.
Anyway, I'll launch into my spiel. It's the longest spiel of everybody. Partially because I also have to shout out Razz's art blog, which is razzesartcorner.tumblr.com. She posts art there. It's good art. There's a reason I use some of her art for one of my shows. It's good stuff. But now it's just go give it a look. It's good. Anyway, let's launch into my spiel. Hi, hello. I'm Glacier Nester. I play Kyr'nes, the Dragonborn Sorcerer. We're probably gonna hear about some of his backstory next session, which is cool. I do a little bit of both when it comes to Twitch and YouTube. I post one video to YouTube that's entirely unique content. Most of the time it's a first impressions series called Frozen Tundra Finds. Right now we're playing the viewer selected game. Every season of my first impressions series, the viewer selected game. The rest of my stuff on YouTube is all VODs from Twitch, and that consists of the variety game I play on Wednesday, and the unique show of mine that I do on Friday called Paper Cuts, where I read a public domain book. And between everything I do, D&D here, and YouTube videos and Twitch, I have something every day of the week except Sunday, so there's plenty of content for you to catch up on. Most recently for Paper Cuts, we just got done reading Phantom of the Opera, which was great. It was a good time, and it made me want to watch the movie. This coming week, we're probably going to be reading Picture of Dorian Gray. I might save that for October, if I'm honest. But, you know what? Tune in on Friday. Find out what book we're reading. It might be Dorian Gray.
Good.
It might be something else. Regardless, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good time. I know it's so good. That's why I picked it. And Wednesdays, we're still working our way through Legend of Zelda: Oracle of Ages. We gotta save Lady Nehru. But anyway, that's my spiel. I tried to make it shorter, even though it's the longest spiel.
You did great.
usually it's my turn after Glacier, so I'll go, I guess. I play Azure, the clueless bard. I like penises, and I sometimes stream. So check me out and send me some nudes on Snapchat. You're
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, if you want to
He's
give
joking about the sometimes streaming part, guys.
I mean, if you want to give to charity, I'm okay with that.
Oh goodness. So, I am Kid Infinite. I stream 5 days a week here on twitch.tv/KidInfinite, and 4 days a week and then 1 day a week here on this channel. I am the DM. I'm a fun-loving being.
That's
and I'm a variety streamer, and I am actually really excited to announce that I'm going to be making a talk show with iBasley. We're gonna start a talk show. Details to come on that, but if you don't follow iBasley, it's probably a good idea that you do that, because he is a pillar of the LGBT community here on Twitch, and I love him very much.
Kitty, can you go ahead and give him a shout out as well? I mean, why not?
That would be lovely. Thank you. That's me.
Well, I guess that leaves me. To anybody who's here from Glacier or from the great and awesome Kid Infinite, this is Matthatter plays. We're part of the Plays Nation. We stream 5 days a week. Yes, we do. About 40 hours. We're variety. Obviously, we're here on Tuesdays. Pretty soon, we'll have to figure that out. And every other day, we kind of just do whatever, usually Warframe or League. On Fridays, we've been doing some Freaky Friday where we play a game, usually in the horror genre. I think that's about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise,
I totally forgot to say. I'll be streaming with iBasley tonight, but also support Matt. So there.
I mean, you could multi-Twitch.
You could multi-Twitch.
Yeah, you guys do have the potential to multi-Twitch. I'll have to find y'all's can figure out your media for multi-Twitch.
It's pretty simple. It's just like whatever the multi-Twitch website is, and then one username, and then the other username.
Yeah,
I think there might be a
Glacier
slash in the
Nester.
middle or something.
I
I
I'm
don't know.
basically
It's real
saying go
simple.
find your own multi-Twitch website. I ain't looking for that for you.
Go. Okay. All right. Well, I think that's it.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Hopefully, if scheduling works out, we'll see you all next week.
Hope
Yeah.
to see you
Hopefully.
next week. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye now. Cool. Discord won't let me click on things. I love when that happens.